Knife dope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knife dope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got a few knives that was sent down my way by the Latin sensation, aka the Cuban All-Star. We're talking about JD for EDC. These are actually two knives from a designer who I had initially planned on doing episode 2 of the designer deep dive. You know, but being that I'm pressed for time and I've got other shit to do, we're just going to go ahead and check them both out. I may touch a little bit further with on this particular designer at a later date. But today I'm more interested in giving you guys that pure dope. So without further ado, let's get to the dope. All right. Today's unboxing knife is this one. One that it's actually been breaking in so goddamn smooth. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Old Guard. Now this is a washer knife, people. Look at that. ZDP 189. This is a sand my blade. So there goes your collided line right there. I forget the jacket. I think it might be like 4116 or something like that as far as your jacket steel. But these are exquisitely made. I don't know if they ever released the OEM for MBK. I know some of their knives are American made. This is not one of them, but nonetheless, I love it. This is the only MBK I got in the collection. And it's the only knife that I got that I believe that has this ZDP 189. Hard steel by all accounts. Look how, oh my God, I should have showed you fuckers. That bitch just cut through there, no problems. But anyways, man, some other things that I'm going to probably, I don't know if I'm going to touch on it really too deep because it's it seems to be a touchy goddamn topic, you know? Talking about the spine wax, you know, I think in my last video I had reached out, or rather I told you guys that I had reached out to a couple designers, and I had heard back from one in particularly who basically let it be known that, you know, as far as he sees things, as a matter of fact, let me give you guys an update. I had a little bit more correspondence with this gentleman this morning, and I'm leaving the name out of the equation for now because that's not important as of yet. But, you know, his outlook on it and his exact words was that the spine wax test is an idiotic procedure, or rather an idiotic test to perform. In his eyes, he feels that that's got no bearing on whether the knife has solid lockup or what have you. That it's, you know, it's vibration that's being caused. And yeah, I get that. Like if you're fucking banging on the fucking knife, you know, like if I'm banging on the knife, okay, banging on the fucking thing consecutively, I get that. But if you have a light tap, a single tap, and it disengages that lock, I disagree, you know? I would love to get more designers or knife makers on record to get their own personal outlook on that. But I almost feel like a lot of them won't go on record on saying that just because they don't, you know, of the influx that would take place. You know, I'm 3 minutes in and we ain't even get to the fucking knives yet. So let's just put that shit to the side because we got some good ones, man. Both of these knives are designed by Mr. Tiguass, Japanese legend in my eyes. He's got so many great knives. I've got a couple of them in the collection. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys those today as well. This is one of them, as a matter of fact. This is the Tucson, I think 211, if I remember correctly. Yes, the Tucson 211, 14C, 28N, beautiful drop point blade. Now, I am not a big Tucson guy, but for the price I paid for this, it is done fantastically. Flipper only. But, you know, nonetheless, it's a good one. I don't mind it in the collection. Nice shredded carbon fiber inlays, milled titanium contoured, you fucking name it, man. All for, I think, I want to say under $100, if I remember correctly. Or right around the 100 point. Who knows? I don't remember at this point. Okay, the two we got coming. We got one coming from CMB and one coming from Caval. Let's get with, I'm really wanting to check this one out. So let's do that one first, and then we'll check this one out next. This model is called the Karasu. Kind of like carajo in my language, but Karasu or Karasu, I'm assuming, but I'm going to go with Karasu. Sounds much better. Now, this is an interesting one. First off, price point on this is $288. Now, I will admit something. You know, I've had a couple of different knives from Kaval this last year. They seem to be getting better. You know, I've been a little confused as to if they do the OEM work, if they do their own OEM work. I think maybe in the beginning they didn't, and maybe now they do. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but I'm going to say that they do until I'm proven otherwise. But this is actually a Pikal knife, and this is their third Pikal knife in collaboration with Kaval, Mr. Tiguass. Beautiful little attention to detail. I mean, this is done well. Nice inlay here. I don't know what the material that is, if that's just a anodized titanium that they inlaid on top of the titanium handles. We've got single form deployment, which is a nice little front flipper. Love the jimping choice they chose on here. It's very mild on the hands. It does not go up and over the flipper, but I don't think that'll be an issue. Let's go ahead and deploy it. Woo! Snappy little bitch. Oh man, look at that. Overall length on this is 5.62 inches. So definitely a fifth pocket carry wonder. We've got the beautiful milled titanium pocket clip with the Tiguass logo. They even give us a portion of that inlay on the lock side, which a lot of companies don't do. So big kudos to them on that. Now, like I was saying, this is one of those Pikal blades. So this is kind of like a reverse tool. I believe it's like a whole martial art thing. I kind of went over that in one of my previous videos. But we've got 2.12 inches in this hawkbill blade. We've got M390 as the steel. This version here has got this nice gray ceramic coating finish on it. It looks fucking fantastic, man. I ain't gonna shit you. It looks fucking good. Now this is a 3-finger. I can get 4 if I choke up on it all day. You know, now something else that I'm gonna let you guys know. You know, I had reached out to this designer right here, Mr. Tiguass. Not about any of the spine wax stuff, but just about some of his designs, trying to pick his brain a little bit. I had asked him, and I think he got a little bit, I didn't mean to like insult him, but I think he may have taken what I was saying wrong. But, you know, I had asked him, you know, or I think he had made a post about one of these knives. I think about this knife, and I had said that my only, he wanted some feedback, and I said, well, shit, I would have loved for it to have been a little bit bigger. And I would have loved for it to have given us access to that cutout. You see that cutout there, you would think you could get to it and deploy the knife, but it's impossible, people. You know, it really is. So because of that, I had mentioned that, you know, I would have loved for those cutouts to be a little bit more accessible to actually deploy the knife. And he informed me that that cutout is strictly aesthetic. And that's the same thing on a couple of his models. It's not there for functionality. It's just there for looks, baby. But with that being said, the overall weight on this is coming in at 3.15 ounces. You know, now back to Kaval, their philosophy is they wanted to basically deliver high quality products to us customers with innovative designs and first-class materials, maintaining strict quality control. And I think I've seen that in their recent drops, you know, for sure. Let's go ahead and put up some comparisons on this one, and then we'll get to that next one. First up, the only other Pikal knife in my collection, and it's American made. We're looking at the Spyderco Pikal. Love that fucking knife. So there you see the Karasu up against the Pikal. Next up, the fidget knife of 2022. This is a good one, man. I wish Kaiser would come out with like version 2 to this. This is the Cormorant in green micarta. So there you see the Karasu up against that. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. Continuing to bring you some more of those USA vibes, we're going to go with the Spyderco Little Native. So there you see the Karasu up against that. That's actually a great comparison. So if you got a Little Native in the collection, that's basically what you're looking at as far as the Karasu. Last but certainly not least, one of my favorite front flippers that I own is going to be this one, the Miguron Karaki 2. So there you see the Karasu up against that. You know, people, I really like what Caval's doing, and I really like this design. I just wish it was bigger, you know? I mean, granted, it is what it is, $288 for the price of materials, the attention to detail, the fit and tolerances. I guess it's worth it, you know? I think I'd pay it if I didn't spend what I had spent. Wait a minute, we're in a new fiscal year. This might be a possibility, people. But I do like it in all seriousness. Definitely something that you can keep in that fifth pocket. Definitely able to cut open some shit with it. Don't necessarily know if I would try to use this as a self-defense knife. But I like it. I do. Karasu from Caval Knives. Okay, next up. More Tiguass vibes. We're going to roll with the... Okay, we don't got a name. This is, I believe, the... Oh, here goes the card. This is the Sasori. Sasori. So sorry. So sorry. No, not so sorry. Sasori. Now, CMB is another company who has stepped their fucking game up, you know. As a matter of fact, one of their knives last year, that one of my biggest regrets as far as knife that I sold, that if I could get it back, I would, is actually a CMB made knife. And it's also a Tiguass design. That one was the Kawano Nagare. That one was the Chris style knife. I had the Chris style blade. Kind of looks like an S. It was done exquisitely well also. Now this Sasori comes in at $221. Once again, single form deployment, which is going to be a flipper tab. So we've got that to go with. We got nice and centered out the gate. Nice big old titanium milled pocket clip. Once again with the Tiguass logo as well as the CMB logo. Let's go ahead and deploy this hoe. Look at that blade, people. Beautiful Japanese tanto blade. Definitely got a nice dual compound grind there. Also got some nice recurve there. Overall length comes in at 7.28 inches. Of that, 3.14 of it is in this beautiful Japanese tanto blade in M390 steel. Belt satin finish. Blade stock on this is 126 thousandths. Also a frame lock. Plenty of room to disengage that lock bar, so no issues there. Great action. Whoop. Whoop. Oh yeah, this is definitely a thumb shredder. This is another one. I wish it was a little bit bigger, you know. Sorry, man, but that's just, you know, that's how we roll in America. Everything's got to be bigger. Beautiful attention to detail. These are actually contoured scales as well. Love that geared backspacer. Yeah, that's not bad at all, man. I'm not necessarily my cup of tea, but I can appreciate the beauty of it. Let's go ahead and put up some comparisons for this one. First up, American vibes, baby. You know how the fuck we do on this channel. We're looking at the American Blade Works Model 2. So there you see that. This next one is actually one that I've been really impressed with that I just got for the pass around. That is the Giant Mouse Yacht. I think that's how you pronounce it. So the Sasori is smaller than both of those. Let's do two mo. God damn it, two mo. Being that this is a Japanese tanto we're taking a look at, I figured it's only right that I put up two as comparisons. So this one right here was actually my knife of the year last year. And that is the CKF Mini Justice. That is a Tashi Barucha design. So there you see that. Last but certainly not least, I think this was number 2 as far as knife of the year for me. And that is the Alliance Design Kraken. On and Kraken. Look at all those Japanese tantos, baby. God damn, they look good. So there you see the Sasori up against that. So I also said that I had a couple of Mr. Tiguass's designs, or rather, yeah, designs in my collection. There's not many because I got rid of the Kawano Nagare. But just quickly to go over the two that I have remaining, which is this Tucson 211. So there's a nice a budget option of his you can go with. As a matter of fact, he's got quite a few designs with Tucson that I just found out about. And then, of course, last but not least, super budget option. One that I absolutely love. This is a great little work knife. It is a heel lock. This is the Kubi, I think, Aquino. Yeah, I think it's the Aquino. I got this thing for like fucking $40 or something like that. 14C, 28-inch, straight back situation. I mean, just straight work vibes, you know. You damn sure ain't got to worry about no fucking lock failure with that motherfucker. You can hammer in a goddamn, hammer in a nail with that goddamn knife. But that's how we rolling, people. Tiguass is in the building. You know, I had actually considered him for designer of the year last year. You know, he had a lot of fucking fantastic designs, man. But anyways, I digress. More importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something, cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.